Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to those of you coming into the room. My name is Amista, and we're here to pull a few tarot cards and just catch up with some of my regulars, meet some new people, here to have a little bit of fun. Those of you who have not seen them yet, my weekly videos are out for the week starting on the 13th of January. Ideally, I like to get those out on Wednesday, but the last couple of weeks they've come out on Friday. We'll see what happens with that schedule moving forward. Right now, I'm just clearing the cards, getting ready to do our first bit of manifestation advice on our first spread. After that, we'll see what happens as people start getting into the room and conglomerating. Desiree, hello, hello. Glad you're here, my friend. Welcome. How are you tonight? You're resting. That's funny. I'll tell you why that's funny. I was on Facebook a few minutes ago and I did best manifestation advice on Facebook for the next 24 hours. And the advice that came up there was you've got a lot of irons in the fire. It is time to take a break so that you don't get burnout and have trouble manifesting. So I guess tomorrow I'll take a break. It's funny because I was just thinking, well, I haven't worked on this one project yet that I want to get off the ground very much at all. Maybe I can do that tomorrow. I guess I won't be. I take messages from Spirit pretty seriously because the times that I have not, yep, I regretted it. I regretted it. Last night I was up really late working on the videos, and I woke up and I just could not get moving and could not get moving and could not get moving. And so finally, I went to the store and I got some L-theanine because a couple of weeks back I read something about L-theanine and caffeine really helps somebody who has ADHD to get focused, and I couldn't get moving, much less focused. So I had a L-theanine little thing, capsule, tablet, not a tablet, a capsule, and drank some coffee with it, and man, I feel great. I feel like I'm on speed, man. Not heavy duty, but still. I wonder if this will help me lose weight too if I took it every day. I feel fantastic. I only took it like 3 hours ago, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. Maybe that should be something I take in the morning. All right, so let's see. I like to look at my last 4 cards underneath the Lenormand to see what my message is just for me personally. Yep. Okay, well, best advice would be, aw. Okay, well, that was interesting, but not shareable. That was kind of X-rated. Teresa, hello, hello, hello. Usually coffee, ADHD people don't normally, coffee doesn't keep us awake normally. What does keep me awake is a Bang. One of the energy drinks called Bang. Those things will keep me awake. And if I have a little bit of sativa, that will keep me awake. I won't be productive, but I'll be awake. How are you doing today, Teresa? All right, let's look at our best manifestation advice. Over the next 24 hours, y'all be thinking about what you want to manifest while I get ready to put these cards down. I'm drinking coffee right now, and I'm going to go to bed when I'm done with this live stream. Hopefully I am. Boobity-doo. This L-theanine might make a difference. Wintry mix there, 27 degrees. I don't think we have precip here. Let me take a peek and I will tell you for sure because I'm in the basement. So I don't always know exactly what's happening. It's not like I can look out the patio door real easy. Let's see what is going on in the Lakewood area. Why am I stuck on Denver? I want to be Lakewood. I guess I'm stuck in Denver. Thinks I'm in Denver. 44 degrees. Wow, that's warmer than we've had in a while. Excuse me. Low tonight is 17. Yeah. Tomorrow the high is 39, then 33, cools off. Wednesday we have a high of 42. Thursday we have a high of 52. Ooh, I might have to go for a hike on Thursday. Cheryl, hey, glad you're here, my friend. You took off too early the other day. I didn't get to do your message for you. I can't remember if that was Facebook or here. Either way, there was 3 people that took off, and I didn't get to do messages for them. You were one of them. All right, so best manifestation advice for the next 24 hours. We start off with the King of Wands. This talks about being social, communicating with other people. This also talks about our attitude, having a nice sunshiny attitude, outgoing attitude. This would be, with that King of Wands, this would be a really great time to network. A King of Wands does not know a stranger. They can talk to anybody and everybody. My very best friend married I think he was a Leo. I would have to look that up again. And he's actually passed away now a few years ago, but he did not know a stranger. We would go. He took us to the biggest flea market that Texas ever had one time, and we spent the whole day there. And the only reason we spent the whole day there was because at every single booth, there would be somebody that David would start talking to, and he would have these long conversations, like half an hour conversations with total strangers. Total strangers. So this can talk about really networking, getting to know people. Counting the days till spring, 69 days. Next, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This says relax, chill out, relax. Nine of Swords straight up. This is somebody who's stressing out. They can't sleep. Maybe they're crying. They've got some insomnia. They've got all these thoughts in their heads. Swords are thoughts and words. So they've got all these thoughts in their heads as they're trying to sleep. They just can't do it. Their head is spinning. But we didn't get that. We got the Nine of Swords in reverse, which says relax, chill. Take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands says do some things off the cuff. Our Knight of Wands in reverse, his energy is all over the place. He's scattered. This is, we don't have to be so focused. Like, just go out there and have some fun. Do what feels right in the moment. So this is our manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. Talk to some people. Enjoy other people. Relax. Do things on the spur of the moment. Don't plan things. Sounds like perfect manifestation advice for a Saturday, and it really goes along with that Facebook of advice of you've been doing a lot. Now take a break. Sleep could be. Chronic insomnia. Oh no, Teresa. Teresa, how old are you? Do you mind me asking? Or you can tell me what year you were born. I don't care. You'll be here. Okay. 64. Well, you're past going through menopause then. A lot of people have trouble with sleeping as they go into menopause. I hope that doesn't last forever and ever and ever, amen, afterwards, because I really want my sleep back. Oh my God, I used to sleep so good. My head used to hit the pillow, and 30 seconds later, I was snoring, baby. Not anymore. All right, let's see here. Does anybody have a question for me, or do y'all want messages from Spirit? Put it in the chat, whatever you want. We're going to start doing a few readings in the middle of chit-chatting. Teresa, you wrote a message and you took it away before I could read it. Oh, no, I did read it. You're like, nobody else needs to know that. I always tell people I am 31 for how many times now? I am 31 for the 24th time now. Okay, let's see. Desiree wants a message from Spirit. Boobity doo 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 doo. All right, Desiree. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video. Here we go for Desiree. Cheryl, have you been in here? Oh yeah, you've seen me do messages from Spirit. Okay, so these can be past, present, or future. I don't set the topic or the time frame. Let's see what comes up. Boop-a-doo-doo. Let's see what comes up. We have the Six of Wands showing up in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse talks about something's going on where you're doing something that benefits not only yourself, but also someone else or maybe other people. And I just feel like my light got really bright while I was looking down. Let's fix that. That's a little better. So, okay. Anyway, doing something for yourself that benefits not only yourself, but also other people as well. I think this project may not be finished because so far nobody is appreciating it. Nobody is letting you know how much they appreciate it. Or if this project is complete, then you have people who are just kind of like, they just expect that you're just going to do this all the time. Sounds like a mom with their kids, you know. But sometimes grown-ups take things for granted too. So that's not really cool if you've already completed this project. Yep. Yep. Okay, Five of Swords tells me the rest of the story. Five of Swords covering that. This tells me you have completed this story. You have completed this project. Five of Swords in reverse. You've kind of come to accept the point that nobody really appreciates this. Would they appreciate this if you just quit doing it? Would they appreciate that? That's what I want to. I'm getting all indignant on your behalf here. All right, so best advice or heads up around this situation. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles showing up here. This talks about security and stability. So do whatever it takes to bring in your own stability and security, definitely. Five of Cups follows that. This basically says, deal with those emotions that you have about the other people not appreciating what you're doing. That also benefits them as well. Nine of Wands talks about defenses, building a good defense system. This is getting ready to do some more things that add to your stability and security. But since these other people don't seem to appreciate what you're doing, they don't have to be a priority. This doesn't have to benefit them as well. And it's kind of time to take back your power so that you're not putting all your energy out with no kind of reciprocation coming back. All right. Work related. Gotcha. All right. So let's see. Cheryl, do you want a message from Spirit or do you have a question for me today, honey bunny? La da da. Teresa, same thing. Do you want a question answered or do you want a message from Spirit? Who else is in here that needs a message? Say so. You have to say so if you want me to read for you. Say so. Message from Spirit. All right. Cheryl wants a message from Sacred Spirit. Cheryl, are those fires anywhere near you? The last one was past tense? Like the one today is past tense or the one from before? Oh, the one before. I don't remember what that one was because, I've slept since then. 7 to 8 miles. Are you on where you have to be prepared to be evacuated? Like a pack your shit type of order? Or are you being evacuated? Have you been evacuated? What's going on? What's your status, man? Not yet. Wake up, everybody. I love your name. What's your first real name? Wake up, everybody. I'm going to put you on the list right now. Okay, so right now, guys, we have somebody in the room who is in California, not that far from fires. Let's all send some prayers for Cheryl to be safe until this thing is all under control, and also for the safety and the preservation of his property as well. If y'all don't mind praying and sending energy along with me for that, that would be fantastic. Okay? So, thank you, Creator God, who has a hand in everything that goes on and who knows all there is to know about Cheryl and how to keep Cheryl safe and his property as well, his home as well, his vehicle as well. Thank you for working on his behalf so that everything of his pets, if he has pets, and all of his property remains untouched, and that Cheryl remains safe as well through all of this, safe and well. Thank you for keeping him strong through this all. And so be it. So be it. All right. Let's see. So you said your name is Anna. Welcome, Anna. I don't think we've seen you in the room before, so big welcome to you. Okay, so Teresa has questions. Let me put down Teresa as a question. You know, group prayers are very strong. Individual prayers are strong, but group prayers are logarithmically stronger. Cheryl's message from Spirit. Let's see what we have. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. All right. Okay. Cheryl, I think this directly applies to the whole fire situation, honestly. I could be wrong. If you notice this energy fits somewhere else, feel free to put it where it belongs. Maybe I'm just, worried about you, and that's why I'm putting it in that space. That could happen. But what we have coming up here first is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Pentacles talks about things easing up, talks about relief. And we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is interesting. It talks about coming back to a place that you have left. So I think we've actually have our situation actually coming up in reverse of how it's really happening. To me, this talks about the idea of coming back after things ease up, which tells me that even without looking at the rest of the cards, which I have already, I've kind of cheated, but still, that tells me you're going to need to leave. That's not an option. You're going to have to leave. And the sooner the better, because that way you're ahead of the crowd and you're not dealing with traffic jams and all the stress. Now, I think that you should leave before somebody tells you you should leave, because my Emperor is the first card that comes up as advice. And the Emperor takes control of the situation. He doesn't wait for somebody to knock on the door and say, hey, it's time to get out, or wait for something to come across the radio or the TV. The Emperor makes his own decisions and he takes control of the situation. Now, why do I think you need to take control of the situation and leave? Well, we see you coming back after things ease up, for one, but also you've got this card, which we're going to call it the death card because that's what the tarot calls it. But I'm going to tell you what jumped out at me is this horse and just this idea of it's time to get out of Dodge, get on your motorcycle, get on your scooter, get in your car, whatever your transportation is, it's time to get out of Dodge. So this combined with the Emperor says it's time for the Emperor to get in his vehicle, whatever vehicle you have, and leave. And then the Ace of Swords says, that's a really good idea. So it's basically saying, like, it's a really good idea for you not to wait for somebody to tell you to get out and for you to go ahead and use whatever transportation is available to you and leave. Okay. And then our first part is actually the end of this situation. This talks about once there's relief and things are better, then you can come back. I would leave ASAP, actually, if I had a message like that coming in on the cards. I wouldn't wait till the morning even. Right? I know, I was thinking that too, because we had all that wind for the boulder fire as well. And it happened at winter time. Okay, so that's for Cheryl. Next, we're looking at Anna, message from our spirit for wake up, everybody. Looking at Anna. All right. Anna, message from spirit. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. I don't know if I've shuffled long enough or not, but I think so. By the way, guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video. That helps other people know that this is a video helps YouTube know that this is a video worth getting out to other people. All right. Thank you for the heart. Why is my phone going off? Is this anything important? It's probably telling me that I'm on YouTube. I don't know what that is. Oh, well, I'll figure that out later. All right, so Anna, here we go. 8 of Wands showing up here. This talks about quick communication, going back and forth. These are short messages, usually text messages or DM type of messages. Could be shorter versions of emails or quick phone calls. This is really interesting because it's covered by the 4 of Pentacles. So what's going on here? This is holding back, holding on to something, holding back. Well, we've got all this communication in here. You're holding back. Someone's trying to get a hold of you. Somebody's trying to get you to talk to them. Somebody is blowing up your phone here. And you're like, you know what? I do not have time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the bandwidth to deal with you tonight. I don't know if this is your kid asking you for money to get an Uber to come to your place and eat a meal that you're just making for them, or what is going on here. Somebody's trying to get a hold of you and you're like, I don't have the energy. Don't have the energy. All right. So can be past, can be present, can be future. I don't set the time frame or the topic. Spirit sets the topic. If it's past or present, you'll recognize it. If it's in the future, obviously you will not, I would think. Now, unless you've already had a precognitive dream or something, then maybe you would. Thank you for that other thumbs up. I do appreciate it, whoever did that. And for the hearts earlier, I saw that. Thank you. All right, so now let's look at your best advice or heads up. Whoa, you were just tired. Anna. 9 of Cups. I don't normally get this from this card even when it's in reverse. I just feel like you're depleted. I feel like there's something that you were hoping for, that you were expecting, and it hasn't come through yet. And you're like, man, I have put out all of the energy I can for this to happen. I'm exhausted. And it's not here yet. What is up? So if you're manifesting, Yeah. If you're manifesting, you're not done yet. And it may be that you need to kind of just step back and give up the idea of control around this thing and let the universe bring it in the way it needs to. Now, look here. We have the Fool card in reverse. The Fool card in reverse says, I began something as a leap of faith. Yeah, you began this manifestation as a leap of faith. Now you're rethinking it. You're wondering, does this have any good juice left in it? Is this working? Should I stop? Should I pretend I don't want whatever this is I'm trying to manifest? No, you can't pretend that. You already know that you want it. That's not going to go away now. So after thinking about should you give up on this thing, you decide, no, I'm going to keep working towards that. I'm going to keep trying to make that happen. I'm going to keep expecting. I'm going to keep doing my meditations, my visualizations, my affirmations, whatever you're using. 10 of Cups in reverse. Eventually, this brings in happiness. 10 of Cups in reverse. First, though, it's kind of unhappiness. All right. So here's the thing. Whenever we're trying to manifest something, especially when we're trying to manifest happiness, if we work at it, that's not that energy that's going to bring it in. And so sometimes we have to stop thinking about whatever it is we want to manifest and just shift our focus onto something that's going well to kind of get out of our own way. Because otherwise, we just look at that thing that has not manifested and how it's not there. And we keep it not there because that's what we're focusing on, is that it's not there. So it's important then if you can't imagine, why it's not here yet. If you can't imagine, imagine how you want things to be. And if you can't do that, then look at something else that's going well. Just completely change your focus so that you can stop creating resistance to this thing coming in. All right. Put your focus on something that you can really enjoy and appreciate, and try not to think about the other thing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, for those of you who don't know, by the way, I do have a newsletter where I put out weekly predictions for every single sign. If you would like to sign up for that, all you have to do is go to my website, which is in the description box below. And there's a tab there where you can sign up for the newsletter. Let's see. So that was Wake Me Up Before You Go. No, that was Wake Up Everybody. All right, so next up is Teresa White. Teresa White wants to know. Teresa has distanced herself from a particular friend due to her bossy nature, Queen of Wands in reverse. Is she doing this out of caring, or should I be concerned? So you want to know if she's bossy because she gives a crud, or if she has ulterior motives. Are her intentions good as far as our friendship? Let's see. I've thought about doing a radio show before, but the thing is, because I'm not really like a well-known celebrity that could go on the radio for free, I would have to pay like $1,000 for half an hour, just for one half an hour, not for a half an hour show for a month. So I have not done that yet. Let's see here, Teresa White. Distance myself from a particular bossy nature. Is this particular friend bossy? What is her motivation for being so bossy when it comes to Teresa? What is her bossiness motivation? Well, I'm having a hard time finding time to make it happen, to be honest with you. I got my first 3 people invited, but we haven't actually set dates for our interviews. And some of my people are a little wigged out about the idea of being on a podcast with the topic that I want. I think they have some imposter syndrome going on. I'm like, stop it. All right. What are her intentions for the bossiness? Hmm. That's what I thought. Okay. Hello there, Divine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you. After I get done reading for Teresa, I'll explain to you how things work, and then you can figure out what you would like to do with that, my friend. Okay, so my sister in tarot. So, Tammy, when we look at intentions, here's the first thing I'm going to say is don't take anything that she does as far as her bossiness. Don't take that personally. There is nothing personal from her to you about this. She's not being bossy because she thinks you can't make decisions or because she thinks you should do things a certain way. She might have that opinion, but that's not why she's being bossy. Okay. So let's look at this. First of all, she's trying to look at things objectively, where she feels like maybe because you're in the middle of whatever situation, you might not be able to be. So she's trying to look at things objectively and be helpful to you. Page of Wands, she feels like she has some really great things to tell you, some great ideas. They should work for you. Why on earth wouldn't they work for you? Okay. Now we get down to the nitty gritty. We've got the Six of Cups coming up here. There's something that happened in her childhood that makes her feel like things she maybe had to sort of parent her parents or at least one of her parents. And so that led her to think that even people who are supposed to be capable and that you can rely on are not necessarily that, because she had to do that in her childhood. And so this has become for her a coping mechanism. For things to go well, she has to kind of be in the mix and kind of in charge. She kind of had to be in charge, I think, of one of her parents. I mean, we're seeing here with that Six of Cups right behind that's Temperance in reverse. Things were really not balanced whenever she was a kid. And a lot of times when things are not balanced when we're a kid, we're not balanced when we're grown-ups. And guess what? I can say that 4 placements in Scorpio. Things were not balanced when I was a kid. Alcoholic dad, codependent mom. They stayed together, but they probably shouldn't have, honestly. So I can say this, when things are not balanced in our family life as kids, we're not necessarily balanced up here till we do all the work. It's really easy to be that Queen of Wands in reverse, that bossy person that tries to step in and just tell people how to do things because we're used to, if we don't get in the mix, things don't run right. Okay. And we have this card really confirming some of what I was saying before, this Tower in reverse. She is trying to head off towers in your life. So does she have good intentions? Yes. She is literally trying to look out for you at a very deep level, at a subconscious level. She is literally trying to look out for you and at a conscious level, but I mean all the way in. She is literally trying to look out for you. She does not feel safe unless she's kind of steering things. And this is a deep thing that she learned as a coping mechanism as a child. I don't know how easy it would be for her to change this part of her personality without doing some deep self-work. This would be something that if you could find a tactful way to bring this topic up, that she treats you like this and that it's not necessary. If you can do it in a tactful way that frames it well, then she may start recognizing where she's doing this, and she may start to change, but don't expect this change to be something that's really super fast, because 'cause she's got years of practice of trying to keep everybody in her sphere of influence that she cares about safe this way. So at this point, it's subconscious and it's habitual. I hope that makes sense for you. All right, let's see. Okay, so Divine, I have to tell you how things work here. So here's what I do for people who come into the room is if you would like to have a question answered, you can put a very specific question in the chat. If you don't have a question for me, or if you just want to see what Sacred Spirit has to say to you, and that's who I work with is Sacred Spirit. Church people would call them Holy Spirit. Then you can just say you want a message from Spirit, and I'll do that, which is what I did for the person before Teresa, for Anna. It's a difficult situation. If it's more the delivery than what she's doing, then, that's worth talking about. Is she able to change it? I don't know. Is she able to change it quickly? Probably not. How good of a friend do you feel like she is? You know, are you able to look at her after you've had this conversation and say, you're doing it again, and have a course correction without her getting upset? Because if you're that good of a friend, there's no reason why the friendship can't continue. But if she's gonna get upset, then that might be more stressful. Hello there, Steph. You may. So, Steph, if you have a question for me, you can put the question in the chat box. Make it a specific question, please, if that's what you want. If you just wanna know what Sacred Spirit has to say to you, you can just put message from Spirit in the chat box. Keep moving and don't look back. Oh, she's probably kind of avoidant too. Oh, yep, that's my fire sign. I bet you she's got fire in her chart. They're very enthusiastic and passionate about how they say things too. I can see how that might not come out too well. She probably bosses everybody. I would not take it personal. And she probably just thinks she's the mother hen. In reality, she's codependent as can be. Oh my gosh. And what sign are you, Teresa? Now, I'm a Scorpio. I have great Aquarius friends who are female, and I have Aquarius guys are drawn to me, but it never works out for the long term. Is Ruby actually still alive, stuff? You're a Cancer. Oh, no wonder. Okay, yeah, because you're water. You're all about the emotions. She's all about the air. Air is above the water. Lighter. We can go heavier. We can go deep. Yeah, she would not understand that. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so stuff whenever I try to tap into Ruby, what I'm seeing is somebody who has a little bit of a smaller frame, and, like, I just see her moving a lot. It's almost like she's She's continuously in motion. There's kind of fidgeting type of energy. This is something like somebody who has ADHD or maybe even autism would have, just constant fidgets. Am I connecting with the correct person? She's also coming in as being somebody who is, spent a lot of time feeling very uptight and kinda a little bit stressed. She reminds me of Gemini energy that's just always, always, always going and always communicating, and they can be I find Geminis my Gemini friends tend to be wound a little bit tight as far as the stress level goes. That makes sense with all the I'm just seeing her hands moving, just nonstop, not doing any particular thing, but just continuously moving, and I'm a little bit autistic, I'm on a lot of ADHD, so that's why I'm familiar. Um, that tells me I'm tapping in. When I ask her if she's watching over you, she goes, "Ugh." She's like, "You silly girl to even ask that question." Of course she is. Um, she's telling me that, I don't know if she's trying to say feelings were exactly mutual. It seems to me like she kinda knew that the end was coming, and I don't think that she was in that same headspace. Although she has a great appreciation for you and for the person that you are, I don't get the sense that there was, I don't get the sense that she really kinda had the bandwidth for a love situation. She's telling me that there's something else that you wanted to know, and then I'm not sure if this is connected to that or if this is a completely standalone message, but, um, she's saying red is your color. So if you know what that's about, great, because I have no idea. But she's telling me that red's your color. She's not giving me all of that about a spiritual awakening and everything she had going on. She's just telling me she didn't have the bandwidth. What she's saying whenever I read through that last comment that you put up here, I think she was having some mental things going on, blah, 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 blah. She's saying no harm, no foul. Like she wants you to know that whatever you did didn't harm her at all. I hope you know why she's saying that because I have no clue. Not a clue, man. All right, so I think I've read for everybody in the room that's asked for a reading today, haven't I? Did our tarot person ask a question? You're quite welcome. I don't think she ever asked a question. Nope. All right. So, yeah, so I've answered everything that y'all have asked me. So it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you all for the thumbs ups and for sharing this video with other people. Those of you who are not subscribed, if you want to catch me next time I go live, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure your notifications are turned on your devices. I did drop my weekly readings for this week coming up earlier today. So if you have not checked those out, you may want to check those out. Also, I do a newsletter where I do predictions for every single sign every single week. You may want to go to my website and sign up for that newsletter. You can also check out all my services there. I do offer private readings, and I also offer long distance Reiki. So you can find out about all that stuff there. And yeah, thank you guys for keeping me company. You guys are the ones who make these live streams interesting. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And everyone have a fantastic evening. If I don't see you for a reading or a Reiki session before then I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace. Oh, we do have one more question. Okay. Hold that thought. What's your first name, Divine? Divine. Okay. Lisa. Will Lisa and Nick end up getting back together? I'm assuming you guys were romantic partners, so I'm going to say that. Will Nick and Lisa end up getting back together as romantic partners while they're both in the bodies they're in right now while they're walking on this planet? Boop-a-doo-doo, ba boop-a-da-doo. Boop-a-da-doo, doo, boop-a-da-doo. It's not recommended. It is not recommended that you would. We have this card basically, which tells me it's a good time for you to focus on work instead of romance right now. I think you're going to have an opportunity to collaborate with him. For me, the Three of Pentacles is a lightweight type of collaboration. It's going out on a date, getting coffee, whatever, maybe Netflix and chill. But this is kind of a no strings attached type thing. The advice here is basically don't do it, man. Hanged Man talks about waiting. Waiting. What are you waiting for? You're waiting to make some kind of long-term plans. So here's the thing, though, Lisa. You're a lot like me. You're not very patient. You don't want to wait for anything. Here's what's going on here. If I look at this spread, if you're impatient about this, you guys are not going to end up together as romantic partners again. You will end up having a no strings attached, one night stand or maybe a short fling. But if Nick comes to you and wants like something like lightweight, if you wait until he is ready to make some long-term plans, then you could come together as partners. However, the big obstacle here is your patience. This may be too much temptation whenever he comes to you to do something, kind of flingy or one night standy. That might be too much temptation for you. If you do that, then you're throwing away any kind of long-term type of relationship with him because you're throwing things all out of balance. So the advice here, wait till he's ready for long-term. Don't be doing anything. Nay, nay. Nay, nay. Not if you want this to be a long-term type of thing. If you just want something no strings and you don't want anything that goes long-term, then go for it. Jump on it as soon as he shows up. If that's not really what you're looking for, though, you're going to have some patience and just, lead the horse to water. See if he'll drink. He's your daughter's father and he wants to take it all casual right now. Bad sign. No. No. That just adds layers to that read because the other thing about this non-collaboration, This basically says, if he says, "Well, let's do the birthday party together." No, I'll have her birthday, you have her birthday. "Oh, well, let's do Christmas together." No, I'll have Christmas Eve, you have Christmas Day, or vice versa. "Let's attend kindergarten graduation together." No, 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 no. That's that. All right, guys. So now I've read for everybody who needed a reading today. Thank you all for being here. Peace out.